Hey BC, it's me Roger back with another video. Just got back from Birmingham, Alabama, where went to the biggest record show in the southeast. It didn't actually happen in Birmingham, it happened in a civic center a little bit north, Gardendale, Alabama. Anyway, cool part is my wife went down with me, so that was fun to have companionship on the drive. And she didn't go to the show, but she hung out at the hotel and hung out at cafes and stuff. So she had a nice time, I had a nice time. Got a huge stack of records here to show, so apologize in advance if this is a really long video, but there's some really cool records here. I mean, the show was huge. It was over 120 vendors. 2 days. I didn't go today. I'd had enough after 7 hours yesterday. We got there Friday afternoon, Friday evening. Stayed in a hotel in the Five Points section of Birmingham, right where this great record store, the Charlemagne Record Exchange. It was just right around the corner, so I had to go check that out, right? So, of course, I had to pick some things up because they have really cool records there. You know, things that you don't see around. So, like this, Amazing Blondell, England, Pink Rim Island. From, not sure when this is from. I haven't done anything with these records yet. But yeah, this is in beautiful condition. UK folk rock. Not a lot of jazz here. A lot of UK folk and a lot of prog. Yeah, cool stuff. I also picked this up, Roy Harper and Jugula. It's with Jimmy Page. Pretty famous record with a great cover that looks like a rolling paper packaging. Yeah, British pressing, very cool. A couple of Japan records. Let's take this nasty sleeve off. British pressing of Quiet Life, the Gatefold. Yeah, from some Hansa from, again, not sure, 78, something like that. Yeah, I remember when you could find Japan records all the time, and now they're kind of pricey, but yeah, some good stuff from the 80s. Another Japan record. Again, British pressing, Virgin. That's from 1980. Gentlemen Take Polaroids. Beautiful copy of this. Found another Japan record at the show. I'll show that in a sec. So yeah, I got those 4 records at Charlemagne. They were really cool there. So Saturday, yeah, I got up early. Got there right at 9 when they opened, and there was already a line, and it was great. It was, most of the vendors were really super friendly, easy to bargain with, and but this one guy, man, he had incredible records, and I picked out 2, and nothing was priced, right? Nothing was priced. So I picked out De Kreuzen's first EP, which I didn't buy back in the day. It was on red vinyl. I knew that was the rare variant, and Lord Sutch record, which I saw like half a dozen of those at the show. Didn't buy any of them. I said, "Oh, so how much for these 2 records?" And he said, $375. And I couldn't tell if he was kidding. I looked at him. I'm like, "Are you serious?" And I was like, "Oh, well, okay." And he's like, "Well, this is rare." He finally got down to like 90 for both of them, which is still ludicrous, I thought. And he's just so unpleasant. And anyway, I overheard some vendors talking about him, going like, "Oh yeah, he doubles his prices for these shows and doesn't sell anything." Whatever, record shows are fun. So here's one of the really great things I found there. Pharoah Sanders Black Unity. It's a white label promo. Jacket's in really pretty decent shape. All things considered, but I'm happy with the CD of this. I really am, because it's one long track and you don't have to flip the record and it sounds okay. But I go a little cuckoo when I see white label promos, and so yeah, and it was a fair price. This vendor was really cool. Yeah, Black Unity, one of my favorite Pharoah Sanders records. I just love this record very much. So yeah, I guess here's some jazz. Here's Herbie Hancock's soundtrack for Michelangelo Antonioni's Blow Up. It's a great film from what's 60 something, 65 maybe. Original on MGM. Jacket's not in great shape, but the vinyl looks really nice. I have the Foreman with Beards reissue this, which actually sounds pretty good, and from what I understand is actually all analog. It's out of print now, but this was so cheap that I couldn't resist an original of this. Great record. Yardbirds play track on this. It's awesome. Yeah. I bought some other records from this guy who had just gotten back from an estate sale where he bought all these records that Joe Hall owned. He wrote his name on all of them, which is kind of unfortunate. But they're all originals, vinyl in great shape. I'll show some more at the end. So they're relatively common records, but they're first pressings, and I caught them so cheap I just couldn't pass it up. Here's another Herbie Hancock soundtrack to Death Wish. This is still sealed. I think I paid like $5 for this or something. I have a later pressing of this. Great music. Really kind of unusual in Herbie Hancock's discography with strings, and it's a soundtrack, but it's kind of funky sometimes. It's great, really great. Really dark and grim movie, Death Wish. But yeah, psyched to find that. Original pressing. Another great find. Roy Harper, Stormcock, original UK pressing on Harvest. In really pretty good shape. Vinyl is beautiful. Yeah, the Harvest label is so cool. Yeah, I'm getting into this UK folk thing, and I only have one other Roy Harper record. I found a bunch at the show. Anyway. Another Roy Harper record, original British original. How do you say this? Folk Jokepus? Again, in beautiful condition on Harvest. Here's Roy Harper's Valentine, also UK press on Harvest. Yeah, these are probably out of order. Jacket's stained. I'll see if I can clean it up a little bit, but vinyl appears to be in really great shape. Someone cleaned it up. Yeah, Roy Harper, cool. This was a great find. Didn't pay a huge amount of money for it, and I never see these around. I have one other by this band, Perigeo, Fata Morgana, on RCA from 1977, their fourth album, I think. Italian prog, jazz prog fusion. Great stuff. Can't wait to check this out. Can't remember the title of the other one that I have. It's kind of purple with a castle on it or something. Cool stuff, really. You don't see this stuff around. What I've been looking for, Jade Warriors, Floating World, an island. I'm not sure when. This is their 1, 2, 3, 4th album. Now I'm just missing their second one, and I'll have all the Jade Warrior albums. I'm kind of a completist in that way. I get into something, I just have to have it. This I got from this vendor who actually lives here in Nashville. I got his card. He sells records out of his house. I'm obviously going to be giving him a lot more money, because look at the kind of stuff he has. Here's Jane 3. Just minty copy of this. Butt fuck mint, as Dave Sequoia Flame would say. And this is just gorgeous on the Brain label, great German Brain label. I mean, yeah. This wasn't cheap, but he bargained with me, and we had a nice chat. I'm really looking forward to hanging out with this guy again. He's apparently goes to Europe once or twice a year and brings back records, and this looks like the kind of thing. You're not going to find this in the U.S. I was so stoked. Krautrock, killer. I got some other things from him I'll show later. These are just in a pile. Gentle Giant record I didn't have. U.S. pressing of Three Friends with this iconic cover, which is not, that spine is obliterated. But, you know, I don't play the covers, right? It's a first pressing on Columbia. Vinyl's in great shape. Gentle Giant. I love Gentle Giant. Here's Giant for a Day. This is on Capitol from 78. Yeah. Still in the shrink. The shrink's gotta go, though. Sorry, Andreas. Kind of smells. Yeah. Gentle Giant. Great. Prog. More prog. Gong. Here, let's take this out of the sleeve. This is in beautiful shape. I mean, Planet Gong, Live, Floating Anarchy, 1977. Look at that, it says. Listen, don't pay more than $3.50. Well, it's a little late for that now. So yeah, Live. David Allen's Gong. Cool. British pressing on what is it? A Charlie. Yeah. Cool stuff. Another Gong record. Yeah, I got this from that guy in Nashville. Expression. Has Alan Holdsworth and Mick Taylor on this. So this is Pierre Morland's Gong. So more fusion jazz thing. I love it. It's going to be great. It might be a U.S. pressing. I'm not sure. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, he had a Tim Buckley record I was looking for. Look at the Fool promo copy. It's an actual promo label. Discreet. Oops, sorry. Promotion not for sale. Cover's jacked, but vinyl looks unplayed. This might be his last record. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's gonna be in that like sex funk vein, which, yeah, I love Tim Buckley. Klaus Schulze. It's Live. This is also on Brain. Yeah, this is it. 31st annual record show. Yeah, yeah. Klaus Schulze double live album. Gatefold. Inside's kind of nasty, but it doesn't include the poster, but the vinyl's in great shape. I got a really great deal on it. It's on Brain. That's a cool label. And I love this electronic krautrock stuff. Yeah, what does it say? This is, I eat this stuff up. Look at that synthesizer. Yeah, that is cool. I'm just sort of whipping through this. Oh, this guy. Yeah, this guy from England sounds like, I'm not really sure, but lives in South Tennessee, Northern Alabama. Not really sure. He used to vend at the record shows here in Nashville. I thought I recognized him. I asked him what's up, and he told me this long story about he's never doing that show again. I'm not going to share it here, but anyway, cool guy. Cheers. I remembered him because not only his accent and he had very striking features, but he has really cool records. Man, I could have mortgaged my house with that guy, but I got 3 things, and anyway, he gave me a good deal, ultimately on this. So here's Mars Volta, Bedlam and Goliath. This is an original pressing with the shaped 7-inch. It looks like the Ouija board thing. The inside of the gatefold is like a Ouija board. Yeah, and it's on some kind of colored vinyl. Yeah, split colored vinyl. I love these guys, and their CDs sound like absolute crap. So it's nice to have the vinyl, which sounds so much better because they can't jack up the volume like they can on a CD. Not their best record, but that's awesome. I'm really excited to add that to my collection. I didn't even know this came out on vinyl. This is Minsk. I can never say the name. Minsk. The Ritual Fires of Abandonment on Relapse, Gilead Media Relapse. I'm not sure. This is from a while ago, 2000. Not sure. Anyway, it's on colored vinyl. Really like these guys. Their latest record is just killer. It's like it's vibing with River. Hey River, I don't know if you watch, but I miss your videos, man. Yeah, about how I just love how really grandiose, overambitious prog lives on in the metal underground, and these are prime example of that kind of thing. Minsk, killer, psyched to have their first album. He also had this, which isn't super rare. It's out of print, but got a good deal on it. Sun, Oracle, and Southern Lord. Again, not sure what it's from. Yeah, I dig Sun. Kind of collectible band, I think. Here's another Japan record I found for a pretty good price. Their second album, Obscure Alternatives, on Hansa Fame. 77, not sure. But yeah, British pressing. This, a little bit of water damage, but vinyl looks great. I got some more of that. Here's a Soft Machine album I was missing. 6 double album. One disc is live, second disc is studio. The cover, yeah, is not in great shape. But again, I don't play the covers. It's first pressing on Columbia. And the vinyl looks good to me, so yeah, I dig this stuff. I dig all this stuff. Another amazing Blondell record, Even Song. This is a US pink rim vinyl. Yeah, love this UK psych folk stuff. And these guys really play like the old instruments. And, very psyched about that. Let's see, here's another metal record I got for a great deal. Windhand's first record from, again, not sure, 2008 maybe. Really like their second record on Relapse. They have a new one coming out next month. Really like these guys, sludgy, doom, but with kind of melodic female vocals. This is on like white vinyl, I think. Cool to add that to my Windhand collection. Saw a lot of budgie records, but people want big money for budgie records. I got this for $5, US pressing on A&M. Gondolier. I have one other budgie record, Squawk. I'd like to get more, but they're rare. I love the bird covers. They're great. I mean, I could have gotten their whole catalog at the show, but only if I was willing to pay lots of money. Yeah, budgie. Hard rock. Yeah, here's some more UK folk. John Renbourn, The Hermit. British pressing on Transatlantic. Again, not sure what year this is. Love this stuff. Just love it. Pentangle Reflection. This is a US pressing on Reprise, 1971. Gatefold. John Renbourn, of course, played in Pentangle. It's great. UK folk. Great. I saw a bunch. I guess these are not so. I mean, I guess they're fairly common, but saw a bunch of Straub's records at the show, and I picked up a few that were in good shape and good price. Grave New World, US pressing on A&M. I love this interior gatefold. It's really great. Yeah, I'm sorry, CDs just can't even touch the beauty of a gatefold jacket. Yeah, it's Straub's, more UK folk. Here's Hero and Heroine. 73, I guess. Kind of an unfortunate picture there, but. And here's Bursting at the Seams. This is in really nice shape. Yeah, I dig this stuff so much. Oh, it's teetering over here. More UK folk. Lindisfarne, Fog on the Tyne. This is a British pressing. Beautiful gatefold. This is. I think it's a first pressing. It's on the wonderful Pink Charisma label. Pink Scroll. Yeah, this is in really, really nice shape. And lots of folks have told me this is Lindisfarne's best record. I have some of their later ones, which I like okay. A little more on the rock side than the folk side, but this is supposed to be great. Looking forward to it. Same vendor had this, which is a US pressing, just a really beautiful shape. Lindisfarne's Nicely Out of Tune, which is also supposed to be pretty good. This is from 1971. What's cool about this, I haven't really checked this out yet, but like, this like, it's like a die cut here. So, interesting packaging here. And considering it's, you know, it's a die cut like this, it's in really beautiful shape. I mean, these corners are sharp. You know, whoever had this took care of it. And I'm super excited to have it. I think it's supposed to be also one of their better records. All right. I'm not going to stack any more on that. So yeah, finally, yeah, this guy who got this estate sale. And he didn't have any customers because they weren't priced and they were just in these boxes, and the covers weren't in great shape and seemingly kind of common stuff. But I was chatting with him and looking through it, and so anyway, here's Vanilla Fudge. Here's self-titled, again from the collection of Joe Hall. And you know, the cover's not great. It's got writing on it, but I'm looking at it and it's, you know, if not first pressing, early. That's an early Atco label. And the vinyl, I said, did you clean these? He said, nope, just got them yesterday. They look unplayed. And so this guy, Joe Hull, was the original owner, so that's kind of a good thing. And I was like, so how much? And he's like, well, you know, maybe an offer. So I grabbed a handful, and so we have a bunch of Vanilla Fudge here. Here's Near the Beginning, also an original. Well, it's a yellow label. I think that's right? Yeah, again, the cover's worn, but it's intact, no seam splits. Here's Clear Light. This jacket's really in pretty decent shape. This is on Electra, and it's a original sort of tan label. Again, he wrote his name on there. I might be able to get that off. We'll see. Moby Grape Jam on Columbia. 2i. Moby Grape's Wow. Cover's kind of nasty. We'll see how that cleans up, but not in terrible shape. And again, original 2i, and appears to be unplayed. I mean, it's just gorgeous. Oh, wait, a couple other Vanilla Fudge records. Renaissance. Okay, that's on an early Atco label there. And the beat goes on. Really nice glossy cover. It'll clean up really nice. And he wrote his name on the inside, which is preferable to the outside. And this is also first pressing. And then a jazz record, Duster by Gary Burton Quartet with Larry Coryell, Roy Haynes, and Steve Swallow. I'm not the biggest Gary Burton fan, but these RCA records are kind of cool, and of course Larry Coryell, the killer guitar player. So yeah, this stack of records was, I don't remember, $4 a piece, something like that. It seemed totally reasonable. That was it. Hey, only 25 minutes. That was a shitload of records, right? I went a little overboard, but hey. Got my forklift, loaded them up on the pallet, and I drove them home. I hope you enjoyed that. It was really a lot of fun. Got to meet up with Eric Robbins, who doesn't make videos, but he's really active in the Facebook side of things. Hey, Eric, sorry I meant to shout you out earlier. And Dan Watkins, also met him briefly. I got to chat with him. It was really cool to see you guys. BC rules. I'm definitely going back next year, and apparently there's a record show in Bessemer, just a little bit west of Birmingham, in April. That's what Dan says. So I'm going to think about that. I love records. I love you all, and I'll see you soon.